Hi, and welcome to our discussion on procrastinating. I think it's fair to say that most of us procrastinate from time to time. However, some of us procrastinate so much that it starts to interfere with things in our lives. Procrastination is when you avoid doing something important that needs to be done. Instead of doing the important task, you decide to do something more enjoyable, less urgent, or less worthwhile. In this way, you delay doing the task until later. While you can delay doing something you're supposed to do, you can't escape the task forever. The longer you decide to delay it, the more grief you'll give yourself in the long run. When procrastination starts to affect your work or social life, there are side effects. Firstly, no progress is being made on the task. When you do finally start working on it, either the quality suffers, or you go over schedule because you no longer have enough time. Secondly, it affects your mood. Ignoring tasks may make you feel better in the short term, but in the long term, you'll feel guilty and stressed. Guilty because you know you shouldn't be slacking off, and stressed because you realize how much time you've wasted and how little time you have left to finish what you should have been doing in the first place. So if procrastination has all these negatives, why do people do it? A lot of you may have answered the question with, because they're lazy. But the truth of the matter isn't always that simple. In my experience, there are 4 reasons why people procrastinate. Difficulty, when the task appears to be too hard or time-consuming. Boredom, when there are too many distractions around you and you lose focus. A distant completion date, when a deadline is days or weeks away, so you don't worry about working on the task for a while. And self-doubt, when you're afraid of doing something wrong, making a mistake, and looking like a fool. I find the key to overcoming procrastination is recognizing the reason why you're doing it. Once you know the reason, you can work on resolving it. When a task appears too difficult or time-consuming to complete, it helps to break it down into smaller, more manageable parts. This helps to measure your progress and keep you motivated because a small task doesn't feel as overwhelming. Not every task you're required to do is going to be enjoyable. Some are quite boring, making other tasks look even more interesting. Removing distractions from your environment will help, but I find this isn't always the problem for me. The problem is the repetition of tasks. When I start losing focus after writing multiple articles, it helps me to regain focus if I take care of some of my other work responsibilities for a while, such as reading and answering user feedback. A distant completion date often causes a common reaction from people. I don't need to complete this work for another 3 weeks, so I'll worry about it later. Then, 3 days before it's due, it becomes a mad dash to get it completed in time. If you have poor time management skills, then it's important to improve them. Focusing on the completion deadline is not always the answer. Instead, you should create multiple deadlines for when you'll have different parts of the task completed. This way, you'll be actively working towards the goal, instead of trying to cram everything together at the last minute. Self-doubt can be an issue when you have little experience doing something, and I find it's the main reason for why I procrastinate. I have high expectations for the outcome of my tasks and assume others expect the same results, so I don't want to get anything wrong. Often though, things don't need to be perfect, and recognizing this is helpful in moving forward. Ask yourself, have I done this before and how did it turn out? Am I expecting too much from myself? And can I find information to help me with the areas I'm unsure about? Don't let your fear of making a mistake hold you back. Mistakes can be learning experiences and can provide unexpected good outcomes. So hopefully, you got something out of this discussion that will make you think about why you procrastinate and help you to avoid it. As always, if you want any of the information talked about in this video, check out the article on Let's Get Working, which contains everything we've discussed. Until next time, have a good day.